Hi, everyone. Welcome back. We are in week 14 of ENG 124, writing about literature. So, this week and next week, we're going to look at a longer play called Doubt. Up until this point, we've been reading shorter or one-act plays, but I wanted you to have at least one full-length play to read and discuss. So, for this week, I have a lecture just about this play. I talk about the history and the background. It's written by John Patrick Shanley. It's set in the 1960s, just before the kind of height of the civil rights movement, and while there are a number of changes taking place in the Catholic Church. So I also provided for you, in addition to the play, an interview with the author where he kind of talks about his inspiration for the play and why he wrote it. But make sure you watch the lecture, because a lot of the background... This play, I think, was initially written for a target audience of people who lived through this time period. So if you didn't, some of the background pieces might be a little bit more confusing. For example, they have a fight over ballpoint pens. Like, as someone who didn't live through the 60s, I'm like, why does that even matter? So it's little details like that. The play is about a priest who is serving at a school, and it's also really only has 4 characters: the priest, 2 nuns, and then the mother of a child. And one of the nuns suspects that the priest has been inappropriate with one of the children at the school. The other nun, it's kind of set in the middle where she's not sure what to believe. She doesn't know if she should believe this nun who's her superior and her friend and who's making these accusations, or if she should believe the priest who she also really looks up to and she sees being kind to and mentoring the kids. What's interesting is it's not really clear who the protagonist or antagonist of this play is. There is conflict, but if you kind of read it as the priest is guilty, then obviously he's the antagonist. If you read it as he's not guilty, then the nun, Sister Aloysius, she's really the antagonist of the play. So the playwright leaves it up to interpretation, and it's an interesting play looking at the psychology of the characters and how they interact with one another. So I hope that you enjoy the first half of the play this week, and I can't wait to see your thoughts on it, and we'll continue with the second half of the play next week. Thanks, everyone.